Oh no. Alright, so I'm testing this. Don't know if there's any audio yet, but I was hoping for feedback. A monitor. Good. Now I'm hearing a monitor. Oh no. But it's coming from my... So I'm testing this. Don't know if there's any audio yet. Alright, I don't like the sound of my voice, but don't know if this is still recording. It's still recording. Okay, so if you don't know me, I wanted to introduce myself. I've done that a lot. I've been making videos since '96, so about 22 years, and still, even after all that time, it's still pretty difficult, but I enjoy doing it. I'm a little extroverted when I'm in front of people on a stage or acting or something, and I've done that sometimes. I'm 33, and I was in Vietnam for 5 years, and I was going to stay there. Now I'm back. Now I'm near Seattle. That's a quick introduction. I'm also Oatmeal, so I probably have to tell you why I'm Oatmeal, because I eat oatmeal. Anyways, this is supposed to be just a test video. I'm still working on OBS. I don't know if you can hear me, but I guess you can a little bit, but there's still a lot of noise in the background, so you may not enjoy this, as I'm still working on that. Still gotta work on that. But happy Independence Day, happy 4th of July for America. I like America so much. I like Vietnam. I like a lot of other countries, but I have a priority for my country because it's my country. It's my country first. Actually, it's my family first. Community second. Country third. World fourth. And I don't know if you can see my whole face or not because I'm zoomed in a little bit. And I'm going to test what else I can do. If I can go to the other slides that I have with OBS's Open Broadcasting System, or whatever they call it, but I have to say thank you to Positive Energy, and because of the, what do they call it in YouTube? They call it super chat. You know, when you donate a little bit of money in YouTube, and then you get to see yourself when you donate. It's kind of like that, but it's a little bit different. Maybe not really, but it's basically like that. That's what I was thinking about. Anyways, I'm new to DLive. Been trying to do it for the past few months, but this is the first time I actually was able to do it. I'm a little bit excited and a little bit just a little bit hammered out. How do I say? A little overwhelmed with everything that I do. I'm writing all the time, watching videos all the time, and if you don't already know, I write about a lot of different things. So, this is my screen. This is my camera. Let's see. I have to double click. So, I have 3 scenes in OBS. The screen, the cam, and the hybrid. Alright, so over the years I've been a pretty boring person, but every once in a while I started to act crazy, and started acting more crazy, especially on Facebook, the past 10 or so years, because I would get more attention. There is a point to getting attention. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can be a bad thing. So it makes me wonder if the ends justifies the means. But regardless, it's good to raise awareness to a lot of different things that are happening in the world, that's happening. Things that you believe in, it's good to stand up and talk about it, and not just roll over and be some kind of soy boy or soy girl or whatever you want to be, unless if you really want to be it. But if other people are telling you that you have to be it, then they're kind of forcing you. Still contemplating what I want to do right now, but because I kind of just want to document everything, and I've been doing that a lot in my life, because I want everything to be as safe as possible. I want to preserve, I want to archive videos, books, mostly stuff that comes from me and my family and my friends. You know, the first movie we made was about the Power Rangers, and that was 96, and I was always into the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I was Billy Breaker, that's what I called him, the Blue Ranger, and I identified with him a lot. You know, like, I identify like I'm not really a boy. I'm Billy the Blue Ranger. I'm a truck. I'm a dinosaur. Ultimately, you know that I'm a boy, or a man, but basically it's the same thing, right? But some people will say, well, there's a lot of different genders and sexes. You can call yourself whatever you want, but words have definitions, and if you strip that away, that's too bad. Anyways, I'm a little bit distracted. I'm talking, and I like to change the topic randomly. I kind of feel like I like to talk about like 10 different topics at the same time, or something like that, like as many as possible. Like, I go back and forth, and that can confuse people who talk to me, and I do that when I'm writing too. And I don't want to be focused. I mean, I want to be focused, but at the same time I want to multitask and talk about a lot of things. Normally I just every once in a while I go live on Facebook. Done it a few times on YouTube and Periscope, but it's a lot easier to do it on Facebook, and that's one of the ways they get people stuck there in that ghetto. Right, so I look at myself. Yes, I was looking at myself earlier, and I was like, oh man, my hair, oh man, is it thinning? Am I getting old? Just look at my shin, and I think about how small it is. Oh man, yeah, I was thinking about that. So hopefully, I'm thinking about how DLive.io works. It seems to be a little bit better than DTube in some ways. For example, if you don't make enough money on DTube, the video will disappear after a month or more, something like that. As far as I know, like when I go to DTube, I can't see my videos, any videos that didn't make enough money. And then after 52 months or 2 years or a period of time, it disappears too. Even if it makes a lot of money, you have to pay more money because it costs a lot of money to hold all that data. The video files are very big. That's what they say. They say something like that. I could be wrong, and that can change. That could be different in the future. I don't really know what's going to happen. You don't either. Don't know everything, but this is what I know right now. Just wanted to let you know. 2018 July 4. I had to think about that, because I'm losing my mind, because I don't even know what day it is. And my nose is stuffy, so excuse me. My screen is a little dirty on my laptop, and came back here to America in 2017, last year, and came to see my dad, came to see my mom, and also came to make America great again, and I'm really excited about that. I believe in it, and some people do, some people don't, I guess. Maybe not yet, and maybe you will in the future if you don't already. You can make your own country great again. You can make America great again, and that is the top of the mountain. And if there's a lot of snow on the top of the mountain, it falls off the mountain. Falls off the mountain, and I think that's really good. I like Facebook because a lot of people are there, and you go to where the people are. That's usually why I just go there, because a lot of people are there, even though there's censorship, and I got put in Facebook jail for a month. in May 2018, and it was because I uploaded a Hitler photo. Alright, so I got water, I got coffee, and I got some beans. I got some nuts, and I got some things like sunflower seeds. No, not, is it sunflower seeds? Yeah, sunflower seeds, alright. Garlic, I ate raw garlic. Okay, so this is a random video, and normally I would probably do better if I was doing this more often. And that's basically what my goal would be, is to make better videos that are more organized. I've said that before. I've said this many times before, but I'm going to say it again because it's worth repeating. I just want to be more organized, and in the future that is something I need to try to do more. Have a time, a schedule. Everybody should. It's easier said than done. Water. You remember the water boy? Adam Sandler. He was like, water's better than Gatorade. And the other guy in the movie, he's like, no, Gatorade's the best. And no, water boy's like, no, water's better. And you know, he became a tackler, like a quarterback tackler on a football team, and people would just make fun of him, make fun of his mom, and he would go and tackle them because he was really, really angry and stuff, you know. But I really do want to have a schedule where I'm a little bit more predictable, where I go and I make these videos, go live, and if people want to talk to me, ask me questions and stuff, then I'll be there for the people. If there are any little oatmeals out there looking for the master oatmeal, king oatmeal, whatever. I was on TV one time in 2009, and I was on Comcast Wanted Adventure host. It was a TV show where they were looking for a adventure host, and they auditioned a bunch of people in Oregon, about 500 people or so, one day, or over 2 different days or so, or a few days. But I was there one day in 2009 in like October in Portland, Oregon. I was in the Memorial Coliseum, not the Rose Garden, but the other one next to it, and I auditioned just for a few minutes. They asked me why they should let me into the contest to the next round. I had to like try to impress them and tell them about all my experience, which I have. I've been a camp counselor out in the wilderness for 2 summers, and just a normal camp counselor for 3 other summers. And I'm also a little bit of an outdoors kind of person, so I'm not totally foreign. But I wasn't in the Boy Scouts. I'm not Rambo, but there were a few things that I could have said about what I can do or what I can learn, and I think I'm not totally a wimp, I'm not totally a soy boy, I'm not totally the worst. And I also have a little nice of a face, a nice round face, you know. I'm not the ugliest person, but then that could be argued either way. But when I auditioned, I just said that I didn't really have anything. I'm a green oatmeal, but that's why I have lovely producers, lovely judges like you guys. And I was kind of sucking up to them, or whatever you want to call it. Like, I just trying to make some jokes to them. And I was also mostly, beyond that, I was hoping that they would already know, because when I send in my application, I told them what I was able to do like what I've done in my life, and I thought they were gonna look at it and say, oh hey, your application says you've done this and this and this in your life, Joey Arnold, Oatmeal Joey Arnold. They didn't say that. They just listened to what I actually said. Was I didn't really say anything. I didn't say a lot. I said I didn't have any. I basically said I didn't have any experience outside. So I wasn't trying to like sell myself. So I look back, you know, about almost 10 years later. I look back to 2009, and I think about that time when I was on TV and I was on, you know, I was on Comcast, that first episode of that show where they're looking for a new adventure host, and I wonder, you know, do I regret it or anything? And not really, but I think about it. But I was kind of in the middle of a bunch of other things in my life, and I don't really know what would happen in my life if I went a different direction or not. And so it's kind of dangerous to time travel and go back and do things differently, because like it changes you so much. The butterfly effect, you know, the domino effect, the snowball effect, butterfly, domino, snowball effect. Who is that leader from South Africa? Mr. Mano Mazuka. Wait, what was his name again? Mandela, the Mandela effect. That's another. No, that has to do with something else. Thinking of something, a lot of people are remembering something like the Wackenstein Bears, and then they can't remember how to, the Berenstein Bears, and they can't remember how to spell. Anyways, I'm just talking here and testing this too at the same time. I'm doing a little bit of a couple different things at the same time. Eating, I'm thinking about eating right now. I'm drinking a little bit. Coffee, simultaneous sip, did I say that right? SIP, sip. Simultaneous drinking with Scott Adams. My middle name is Scott, so I identify with him too. And identifying with people and stuff is not really a bad thing. Nothing really is a bad thing, except, you know, there are bad things. In life, ultimately, you just want to go after the best things, not just, oh, is it good or bad, but what is better, kind of thing. Anyways, I don't really know if this is working. I need to go test my live stream. I'm going to open up another window. And I'm going to go to my DLive. Don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to click on screen. Double click. Now you can see my browser. This browser is not Firefox. It's not, you know, a normal web browser, internet browser. It's not the other ones either. It's not Google Chrome. It's not the Microsoft Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge. It's not Apple Safari. It's not the Netscape or anything else. This one, if you don't already know, it's called Brave. Is it the best? Well, it's okay. It tells you how many different things it's blocking. Do I have a stutter? Sometimes I kind of almost have a stutter, but then I emphasize it and I pretend to have a stutter, or just to emphasize and stuff. You can see, if you can see the screen right now, which I don't really know because I haven't tested it yet, but if you can, it says 796 trackers blocked, 3,000 ads blocked, 31 upgrades for HTTPS, 4-minute saved. 4 minutes saved. I hope so. I hope it's good, but I'm not able to customize everything like Firefox. On Brave, I can't like move the bookmarks up to be parallel or on the same line with the URL bar. And I'm a little bit sad about that. The audio in this video is not so good. I gotta work on that. And if you got any ideas, let me know. And you can always level up in life. And you don't always have to like cry all the time if you're not the best. But you can compare yourself with yourself instead of comparing yourself with something else, somebody else. It's a little bit unreasonable to compare yourself to people that are too far down or too far up. It doesn't mean that you're not ever going to go down or up to get to them either way. And life is full of variables. Like there's always 50 shades to a lot of different things, so you can be a bunch of different things at the same time, both good and bad. So it's good to keep that all in mind whenever you're thinking about yourself and thinking about what you can and cannot do. You don't really know. 2:00 p.m. PST LMS, July 4th. In case you don't already know, that's the date. 2018, 7/4, Wednesday, 2 p.m. I'm Oatmeal Joey Arnold. Joey Arnold, VN on steamit.com. That's right. So I'm looking at Brave. Just to let you know, in case you don't know, this is Brave. And there's a website called thepiratebay.org. Now I'm gonna go and I download videos. I watch videos after I download it through BitTorrent. Now I'm gonna go look at my D live to see if I'm really live or not. And it's loading, and it says, and really interesting. So I wonder if it actually show you the whole entire, does it actually show you the whole entire video or not? Maybe I'm not really live. Really interesting. Oh, so yeah. Okay. And now there's an echo. There's an echo. So I'm gonna go out. But I'm still looking at it, still trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, go back here. Okay, click on cam. Now you see my face. What's happening? Yeah, it could be a problem. Or it could be a problem. A lot of things could be a problem. Right, so if you don't know, I like to talk about a lot of things. I like to just tell you how you feel. I don't like open borders. I like closed borders. For example, basically a conservative and a libertarian and a liberal. I mean classical liberal. You should be able to see my face right now. I'm gonna test it because this is my first time. Disclaimer. Yo, look at me. My disclaimer. As in, I'm still learning. Even though I've been around videos, making videos for over 20 years now. Whatever that means. really, I know a lot of stuff, but at the same time, the more you know you don't know, right? Right. People who say, well, no, yes, like, I know everything, like, yeah. It may be true sometimes, like, there are exceptions and stuff, you know, like, they could be kind of true, but you gotta keep in mind that they may not know what they don't know, and if they don't know that they don't know something, and they just say that they do know, maybe they don't know, but at the same time, you gotta know that maybe they know something that you don't know, even though they don't know everything. Doesn't mean that you can just, like, discredit everything they said just because they think they know or they don't know. But hey, man, I like talking like that. But I'm looking at DLive right now, and I just see a black screen, so I guess it's not really working. That's too bad. So I guess this is an OBS thing. It must be an OBS thing. I'm using OBS to go live, and I have a photo as a what do you call it, a bit something, what do you call it, thumbnail. That's, yeah. It's a photo of me and some other people at the 239 Park in Vietnam. I used to go there, and I was, you know, English teacher in Vietnam for 5 years, and I would go to this park, for example, a lot, and the students, the Vietnamese students, were always going there learning English, trying to learn English for free, and in 2015 I was there almost like every day. Like, for a few months I was there every day for a few hours, 4 to 10 hours a day, and just there like almost all day, like every day. Just like, there were groups of people going there, taking their turns, going around to different foreigners, practicing English, like 10 people a group, and like dozens and dozens of groups going in and out of the park all day, especially Saturday. And some days just a few people, some days just like hundreds and hundreds of Vietnamese people going in and out of the park, and it's really interesting. I would take a lot of pictures with different people, girls and guys, not just girls. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Jerry Seinfeld would say, you know, some people might be gay. And that was like 20 or 30 years ago. He would say that. Like, he would say, not exactly, I'm not quoting him on that, but he would talk about that, and he would say, not that there's anything wrong with that. And that was kind of like a joke, or a phrase that he would use all the time and say again and again. And it stuck in my head because I like to say it. It's like the song that never ends. It's very interesting. Am I live? Am I really live? I'm gonna probably gonna have to end this now for a bunch of reasons. One, is anybody watching? Does anybody care? 2, is it really working? Is it all gonna be saved? Is DLive like DTube and not really gonna save the video forever? Is it gonna make it disappear or something? Well, based on the videos I already uploaded to DLive, it seems that the videos are gonna stay, because the videos that are already uploaded has stayed for the past few months. So I don't know what that means, except that it seems to be okay at the moment. That's good, and I hope things continue to get better. I like DLive because it you know, has a live stream apparently, unlike DTube or BitChute.com. BitChute.com. What is BitChute? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Let me show you if you don't know. I click on J for my name, Joey, and I click on BitChute. Oh, huh. It's interesting. I'm trying to find it. Here it is. Got new glasses, if you don't know, last Friday. A little heart of the nose. It's heavy. It's bigger than the other glasses. Started getting smaller glasses over the years. I've been wearing glasses since I was about 1 year old, and they were bigger when I was smaller and had a smaller head, and then I started getting smaller glasses. Like, here's a picture of me in a duct tape song. Oh wow. So I'm trying to watch the video on BitChute, and I have to wait for the video to download. So that's a little bit disappointing. But it's understandable. At least it's not dead like Vid.me. Vid.me is another YouTube alternative that died in 2017. That's too bad, but BitChute is doing a lot better than Vid.me. That's good. And if you don't know, I listen to a lot of incredible people on YouTube a lot of the time, especially in the past few years. I've been red pilling myself. Red pilling myself? Hey, been red pilling myself. Learning a lot, especially the past few years with Donald Trump, Alex Jones, Molyneux, Chernovic, bunch of other people. Yeah, been learning a lot, been evolving as a person, leveling up, and that's a good thing that we all can do. And been experimenting with everything, videos that I make, articles that I write, websites that I use, all these things that I do online and on computers, programs, operating systems. You know, it's good to continue to rotate and to figure these things out, and I have so much to say. If I haven't already said it, and even if I have, I wouldn't even remember, right? But and then all the stuff that I do offline too, and I think it's a good thing, but it could be exhausting because it feels overwhelming as you get older. You start to do things automatically, like, because you know exactly what you need to do, and you've done it so many times before. You get into these ruts, into these routines. Oh. Anyways, I wanted to show you like the video, and then I was gonna watch the video and make sure that I can actually show it to you. Don't know if you can actually see it. Okay, so I'm still going live, probably on DLive, and now I'm showing you BitChute. That should be on the screen right now. Let me look again. I'm gonna double click on screen again. Okay, now it should be live. You should now be able to see my desktop, my screen, whatever's on my my screen on my computer, on my laptop, and not maybe not before, I don't know. And hopefully all this gets saved on DLive, so I can watch it again, or anybody can if they want to. This is still a test video, but I wanted to show you BitChute, and I was talking about it. And this is one of the videos that I made in 2012. It's a music video where I talk about love and falling apart, and I need duct tape, and wanted to show you that it's difficult to watch the video at the moment because you have to download, or they have to download, and you have to have peers. It works a little bit like BitTorrent, where you're uploading and downloading videos with each other, and you're taking turns, like, I mean, not taking turns, but like you're doing it all at the same time to upload and download files, videos, music, whatever you want, and you help other people, you know, do it too. And it's kind of like decentralization. It's similar in some ways to the other things that we do, like Steemit.com and Bitcoin. I'm not saying that it's the same, but it has the idea of decentralization, where everybody is helping each other out in these things. I really like free market, by the way, so I believe that it should always go to the highest bidders. Like, whenever you have a product, a service, there should be a lot of competition, and if you do better, you should get more, and if you don't do so good, you should get a lot worse, even to the point of no return, where you can go bankrupt and you can die and suffer and be very, 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 very poor. Anyways, I'm just showing you my desktop. Now I should just show you my face. Maybe not there, maybe here. This is my face. I like to turn my head because I feel like I look better like this, and if I go straight I start to look a little ugly. But anyway, it's still supposed to be a test video, and let's see. Don't know if you can see this or not. I'm gonna go back to my DLive video, and probably should go back to work with everything that I do every day, online and offline, and you know, I would probably say that DLive or Steemit is like my night job or something, but I'm probably should get a normal day job. Maybe if you got any tips or ideas about that, let me know. But anyways, it's actually kind of difficult to talk for a long time. It's a lot harder than you may think. But now I'm looking at DLive. I'm looking to see if I can actually see this or not. And I see my face, and I look like a stoner. And that's another problem I don't like. My hair is messed up. My eyebrows are weird. My eyes are very small. Like, if I open my eyes too much, then I got a problem. If I close my eyes too much, then I feel like I'm sleepy. Oh, poor little sleepy boy. If my chin is too small, like this, like, oh, can you see my face? I don't know. But that could be another problem. If my chin is too big, then I look like Jay Leno. Job or something, but I'm probably should get a normal day job. Maybe if you got any. Okay, so I guess that there is a problem, maybe. Yeah, now I'm feeling a little bit frustrated, a little bit tired, need more coffee. "14 people. That's surprising. Well, 14 people. So, if you don't have any questions, it's a little bit difficult. I tell you, it's very difficult because, you know, like when you do these videos, you feel like you're talking to yourself. So that's a little bit difficult. Can you see my face right now? Maybe not. Hold on. Maybe not. Okay. So. Hybrid. Go back to the hybrid one. So I probably should make a list and let people know my goals for the different videos that I make, and I should be very clear for what I'm doing for each video, and then you can watch it if you want or not. But unfortunately for this video, I'm going all over the place because I haven't decided exactly what I wanted to do or for how long. But because there's a lot of things I like to do. I like to sing a little bit, play a little guitar and piano, and that's what I do. Like when I go live on Facebook, I do a little bit of singing, and then I respond to comments. Usually the kind of comments I get on Facebook is, can you talk a little slower because I don't know a lot of English? And for the past few years, I've gotten a lot of that. I would get a lot of that, because mostly because I was in Vietnam for 5 years, and those are the kind of people that I spend most of my time with. Vietnamese, also other people in Asia and around the world too, but mostly that area, and that becomes a part of me. And it's also, it's also difficult to go live when you don't know who's watching. You don't know who you're talking to. So you really feel like you're talking to nobody. And that's kind of how I feel right now. I guess I needed to go watch Mr. Rogers again, ask him how he did it, because a lot of people would say Mr. Rogers, he just looked right in the camera and he was talking to you, talking to me, and saying, "Hey boys and girls." Hey boys and girls. I like Eddie Murphy when he did a parody of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and he would come into the house and say, Hey ladies out there, hey you ladies out there, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, won't you be mine? Actually, he would say, I try to move into your neighborhood today, but you move away. You move away because it's almost like I'm like a stalker. There was another time. There was another parody that Eddie Murphy did on Saturday Night Live, probably in the early '80s, and it was another Mr. Rogers parody, and he would talk about being like just a normal black guy in the hood. The N-word. He would talk about, like, in the skit, Eddie Murphy would come in and he would talk about, like, oh hey everybody, so I was at the store and a lady just bought $50 of groceries, so she gave me like a quarter to help help, you know, like to carry the groceries to her car, and I'm like, what? You think that $50 of groceries only worth a quarter to you, ma'am? And I started walking away, and I decided I'm gonna take it to my house, because you know, obviously I'm worth a lot more. Then the cops come, and he's like, okay, boys and girls, I guess I have to go leave. So he sneaks out the window of his own house, because the cops are outside, and he talked about making sure that nobody knows. He had to put everything back into the grocery bag. Thought that was a little funny too, by the way. Huh. And you know, being funny is a very difficult thing, and I've heard people say that if you ever call yourself a comedian, then you kind of set the bar really, really high. And on the other hand, if you're not funny, then you're kind of like telling people that you're not funny by saying that you are funny, which means that you must be funny. But if you don't make people laugh all the time, then does that mean you're really funny? I've made people laugh sometimes in my life, but not all the time in my life. So people have told me that I'm funny, and they say, why don't you become a comedian? Why don't you do it all the time? Like, why don't you try harder? Or why don't you just, you know, do stand up, go to open mic more, or make videos about it? And I say, well, because I want to be taken a little bit more serious than that. Not to say that Austin Powers can't be taken serious, that all these different comedians can't be taken serious, but it seems that there is more that you can do, like if you have a platform and you're able to, you know, make people laugh, but also talk about things that are very, very important at the same time. You have that balance and stuff, and you're able to do it, and people like it, then you should do it. But you shouldn't really force yourself to become something that you're not, obviously. So you always got to keep that in mind. Hold on. So, okay. It says that 14 people are watching, but I haven't clicked on go live yet. So, does that mean I'm not live? Go live. I've been talking for a very long time. I'm going to click on go live and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to click on screen and highlight this, go live. Don't know if you can see that, but anyways, I've been making a video for the past almost an hour now, and I don't know if it's saved, or it's kind of saved, but it's a little bit wordy, like a video, like wordy, like if you're writing too many words that are wordy. I'm going to click on go live on D Live for the record. What's going to happen? Let's find out. Nope.